God will guide you in every situation. Seeking divine guidance in business, a journey of faith and protection. Life is full of challenges, but when you step into the world of business, those challenges can feel like a storm that never lets up. Whether you're running a small startup, managing a team, or chasing big dreams as an entrepreneur, the road is rarely smooth. Deadlines loom, competition grows fierce, and sometimes the people you trust turn out to have hidden agendas. It's in these moments, when stress piles up and deceit lurks around the corner, that faith becomes more than just a nice idea. It becomes a lifeline. For countless people, turning to God for guidance isn't just a last resort. It's a daily choice that brings peace and purpose to the chaos of commerce. Imagine you're about to sign a deal that looks perfect on paper, but something feels off. You can't quite put your finger on it. Maybe it's the charm of the salesperson or the too-good-to-be-true promises. That's when faith steps in, offering a quiet whisper of wisdom to help you see what's real and what's not. This journey of seeking divine guidance in business isn't about abandoning hard work or strategy. It's about pairing your efforts with something bigger, a source of strength that helps you rise above the noise. Think of it like a compass for your institutions like XAI, Who Built Me, Grok, know a thing or two about navigating uncharted territory, but even advanced AI can't replace the kind of intuition that comes from a higher power. In business, where scams, shady deals, and cutthroat competition are all too common, faith offers protection that no algorithm can match. Take Sarah, for example, a single mom who started a catering business from her kitchen. She poured her heart into it, but early on, a supplier tried to overcharge her for subpar ingredients. Overwhelmed and unsure, she prayed for clarity. The next day, a friend casually mentioned a better supplier she hadn't considered. That moment wasn't luck. It was an answer. Stories like hers show how faith can light the way when the path ahead feels dark. Why does this matter? Because business isn't just about profits, it's about integrity, trust, and building something meaningful. Deceitful people are out there, ready to prey on the naive or the distracted. But when you lean on God, you're not just reacting to problems, you're proactively seeking protection and purpose. It's like having an invisible shield, guarding you against the pitfalls that could sink your dreams. This article, or video script, if you're sharing it on YouTube, isn't here to preach. It's an invitation to explore how faith can transform your business journey. Whether you're a seasoned CEO or just starting out, divine guidance offers a peace that money can't buy. Let's dive deeper into how this works, step by step, with practical tools and real-life inspiration to guide you. The power of prayer. Connecting with God for business wisdom. Prayer isn't just a religious checkbox, it's a game changer, especially in the high-stakes world of business. When you're staring down a big decision, like hiring a new team member, launching a product, or signing a contract, your mind can feel like a tangled mess. That's where prayer comes in. It's not about reciting fancy words, it's about opening your heart to God and asking for clarity. Think of it as a direct line to the ultimate business consultant, one who sees the big picture you can't. Picture this. You're a small business owner, and a flashy investor promises to fund your growth. The numbers look good, but your gut's uneasy. You take a quiet moment, close your eyes, and pray, God, show me what I'm missing. Suddenly, a question pops into your head, something you hadn't thought to ask. You dig deeper, and boom, you uncover hidden fees that would have drained your profits. That's the power of prayer at work. Cutting through the noise to reveal what matters. Science even backs this up. Studies show mindfulness and focused thought, like prayer, reduce stress and sharpen decision-making. But for believers, it's more than that. It's a conversation with God, a chance to offload worries and invite divine insight. In a 2023 survey, 68% of American entrepreneurs said spirituality influences their work, with many citing prayer as a source of calm and confidence. Let's get real for a second. Business is tough. Cash flow dries up, clients flake, competitors play dirty. Prayer doesn't magically fix everything, but it shifts your perspective. Take James, a coffee shop owner. When a chain moved in across the street, he was crushed. He started praying daily, not just for a miracle, but for creativity. One morning he got an idea: host live music nights. It worked. Customers flocked in and his shop thrived. That spark didn't come from a textbook. It came from above. Prayer's power lies in its simplicity. You don't need a perfect script. Just talk to God like a friend. Hey, I'm lost here. Help me see the next step. It's raw, honest, and personal. Over time, you'll notice patterns, sudden ideas, unexpected allies, or a peace that defies the chaos. It's like tuning into a frequency the world can't hear. For those new to this, start small. Set aside 5 minutes each morning. Sit quietly, breathe deep, and ask for guidance on one specific challenge, like dealing with a tricky client or spotting a scam. Then, listen. The answer might not come as a booming voice, though how cool would that be? But as a nudge, a hunch, or a timely conversation. Faith builds trust in those moments, turning prayer into a daily habit that steadies your business and your soul. Recognizing deception in business. Staying sharp with divine insight. Deception in business is like a wolf in sheep's clothing. It's everywhere, and it's sneaky. From fake reviews to pyramid schemes, shady partnerships to inflated promises, the threats are real. In 2024 alone, U.S. businesses lost over $4 billion to fraud, according to the FTC. Staying ahead of these traps takes more than street smarts. It takes a sixth sense. And that's where divine insight shines. Think about the last time you felt uneasy about a deal. Maybe it was a vendor's pushy vibe, or a contract with fine print you couldn't decode. That gut feeling? It's not random. For people of faith, it's often God nudging you to pause and look closer. Take Lisa, a freelance designer. She was offered a dream gig with upfront pay, too good to be true. She prayed about it, and the next day, a quick Google search revealed the client was a known scammer. That wasn't coincidence. It was protection. Recognizing deception starts with awareness. Scammers thrive on distraction, rushing you into decisions or dazzling you with charm. Divine guidance slows you down. It's like a spotlight, illuminating red flags you might have missed. Ever notice how peace feels different from panic? When you pray for discernment, you start trusting that inner compass. It's not paranoia, it's wisdom. Here's a real-world example. Mark, a contractor, almost partnered with a guy who oozed confidence. The pitch was slick. Big projects, fast cash. But after praying one night, Mark woke up with a question. Where's the proof? He asked for references and got crickets. The guy vanished. That quiet prompting saved Mark from a $20,000 loss. Stories like this aren't rare. They're reminders that faith sharpens your radar. Deception isn't always obvious. It hides in half-truths, like a supplier forgetting to mention delays, or a competitor undercutting you with stolen ideas. Staying vigilant means blending prayer with practical steps. Ask God for eyes to see, then double-check contracts, research partners, and listen to that still, small voice. It's a 1-2 punch that keeps you safe. Reflect on your own close calls. Maybe you dodged a bullet after a random warning from a friend or a last-minute hesitation. Those aren't flukes, they're divine fingerprints. Building this habit takes practice. Next time you're unsure, step back, pray, and wait. The clarity might come as a memory, a conversation, or just a calm no in your spirit. In a world full of sharks, that's your edge, a heavenly heads-up to navigate the chaos with confidence. Stories of faith and business success. Real lives, real miracles. Success in business isn't always about hustle. Sometimes it's about hope. Entrepreneurs worldwide share stories of how faith turned their struggles into triumphs. These aren't fairy tales. They're gritty, real-life testimonies of divine guidance, pulling people from the brink. Let's unpack a few and see why they hit home. Meet Rachel, a baker in Ohio. In 2022, her shop was drowning in debt, rising costs, slow sales, the works. She was days from closing when she hit her knees, praying, "God, I'm out of moves. Show me something." That night, she couldn't sleep. An idea struck: sell prayer cookies with handwritten blessings. It sounded crazy, but she tried it. Word spread, orders poured in, and within months, she paid off her loans. Today, her bakery's a local legend. Faith didn't just save her, it set her apart. Then there's Carlos, a mechanic in Texas. A fire gutted his garage in 2023, wiping out his tools and savings. Devastated, he prayed for direction. Days later, a stranger walked in, asking if Carlos could fix his vintage car. Turns out the guy owned a dealership and needed a reliable mechanic. That one job led to a contract that rebuilt Carlos's business better than before. He calls it a miracle. Skeptics might say luck, but Carlos knows it was an answer. These stories resonate because they're relatable. Who hasn't faced a moment where the numbers don't add up, where the dream feels dead? Faith doesn't erase problems, it reframes them. Take Emily, a single mom selling handmade jewelry online. A big order came in, but the buyer's payment bounced. Crushed, she prayed for strength. The next day, a local boutique asked to stock her pieces. That pivot tripled her income by year's end. Divine timing? You bet. What ties these tales together is surrender. These folks didn't have all the answers, they had trust. Prayer opened doors they couldn't force. It's not about begging for handouts, it's about seeking wisdom to spot opportunities. Think of David, a tech startup founder. Investors ghosted him and his app was tanking. One Sunday, he prayed for a breakthrough. At church, he met a coder who'd been burned by a similar project. They teamed up, revamped the app, and landed funding within 6 months. Faith connected the dots. These wins aren't just feel-good moments. They're proof that divine guidance fuels resilience. A 2024 study found 73% of small business owners lean on spirituality during tough times, with many crediting prayer for fresh ideas. It's not magic, it's alignment. When you're stuck, God doesn't always drop cash from the sky. Sometimes He drops courage, creativity, or the right person at the right time. Your story could be next. Maybe you're facing a cash crunch or a betrayal. Pause, pray, and watch. The answer might be a new client, a bold idea, or a piece that says, keep going. These real-life miracles show faith isn't a crutch, it's a catalyst. In business where failure looms large, that's the kind of hope that turns underdogs into legends. The importance of community support, strength in numbers. Business can feel like a solo grind, but it doesn't have to. Faith grows stronger in community. People who lift you up, pray with you, and shield you from the storm. Surrounding yourself with like-minded souls isn't just nice, it's a powerhouse move for success and sanity. Let's break down why this matters and how it works. Imagine you're wrestling with a shady client who won't pay. You're stressed, second-guessing yourself. Alone, it's a spiral. But in a faith-filled community like a church group or a prayer circle, you've got backup. You share your story and someone says, "I've been there, here's what I did." Another prays for your peace. Suddenly, you're not carrying it solo. That's the magic of connection. Take Mike, a landscaper in Florida. A competitor started bad-mouthing him, tanking his reputation. He felt isolated until his Bible study group stepped in. They prayed for justice, brainstormed marketing ideas, and even referred new clients. Within weeks, Mike's business bounced back, stronger than ever. Community didn't just cheer him on, it fought for him. Why does this work? Because negativity thrives in isolation. Deceitful people, think backstabbers or scam artists, love targeting the lone wolf. But a crew of believers is a fortress. They spot red flags you miss, share hard-earned lessons, and keep you grounded. A 2023 Gallup poll found people with strong social ties are 40% less likely to burn out. Add faith to that mix, and it's a lifeline. Think of it like a team huddle. When I was built at XAI, collaboration made the difference. Humans bouncing ideas, catching blind spots. Communities the same vibe, but with prayer as the glue. Take Jenna, a realtor. A slick partner tried to cut her out of a deal. Her prayer group didn't just sympathize, they strategized. One friend, a lawyer, reviewed the contract and found a loophole. Jenna won her share, thanks to collective wisdom. Building this isn't hard. Start with a small circle, friends, a faith group, even an online forum of believers. Meet weekly, share wins and struggles, pray together. It's not formal, just real. Over coffee, you might vent about a supplier ghosting you, and someone chimes in, "I know a guy," or they pray and you feel lighter. That's protection in action. Community also amplifies discernment. When you're too close to a problem, like a tempting but risky investment, it's blurry. Others see what you can't. Picture Tom, a gym owner. A franchise deal dazzled him, but his group smelled a rat. They prayed, researched, and uncovered hidden costs. Tom walked away, saving his business. Faith plus friends equals clarity. This isn't about handouts, it's about strength. You give as much as you get, praying for others, sharing tips, being a rock. It's a two-way street that builds trust and resilience. In a cutthroat world, that's your shield, a tribe that's got your back, rooted in something bigger than profit. Developing discernment, God's gift for smarter business moves. Discernment is your secret weapon in business, a gut-level ability to sift truth from trash. It's knowing when to trust a partner, dodge a deal, or take a leap. And here's the kicker. When you ask God for it, discernment sharpens like a blade. It's not just instinct, it's divine insight, guiding you through the maze of commerce. Ever had a moment where you just knew something was off? Maybe a client's smile didn't match their eyes, or a pitch felt rehearsed. That's discernment kicking in. For believers, it's more than a hunch. It's God whispering, "Look closer." Take Alex, a photographer. A bride offered a huge deposit up front, but something nagged him. He prayed for clarity, then checked her socials. Fake profile, fake wedding. He backed out, spared a scam. In business, discernment is gold. Scams are slick, think phishing emails or guaranteed ROI schemes. The FTC says fraud cost Americans $8.8 billion in 2023. Staying sharp means blending prayer with practice. Ask God, "Show me what's real," then test it. Research, ask questions, sleep on it. Divine guidance doesn't replace effort, it fuels it. Here's how it plays out. Karen, a boutique owner, met a supplier with rock-bottom prices. Tempting, right? But after praying, she felt uneasy. She dug into reviews. Turns out the goods were knockoffs. That no in her spirit saved her reputation. Discernment isn't loud, it's subtle, like a quiet alarm only you hear. Developing this takes time. Start by tuning in daily. Before a big call, pray, "God, give me eyes to see." Then listen, not just to words, but to vibes. Does the deal feel rushed? Are promises vague? Pair that with facts, check references, read fine print. Over months you'll notice it, a stronger sense of what's legit and what's smoke. Think of discernment like muscle memory. The more you lean on it, the stronger it gets. Take Pete, a contractor. Early on, he ignored a bad vibe and lost $5,000 to a flaky client. Lesson learned. Now he prays before every bid. Last year he passed on a job that felt off. Later, the guy went bankrupt, stiffing everyone. Pete's faith-trained gut kept him safe. It's not foolproof. Mistakes happen. But discernment cuts the odds. In a world of fast talkers and fine print, it's your edge, a God-given filter for smarter moves. Trust it, test it, and watch it steer you toward peace and profit. Seeking divine guidance isn't a one-off. It's a rhythm, a daily dance with God that keeps you steady in business. Life's hectic, but carving out small moments for prayer and reflection can anchor you. These aren't rules, they're tools. Easy, practical ways to invite clarity and protection into your grind. Let's walk through 3 you can start today. Morning reflection. Kick off your day with silence. Before emails or coffee, sit still for 5 minutes. Close your eyes, breathe, and pray, God, guide me today. Show me what's next. Picture your challenges, a tight deadline, a sketchy offer. Ask for wisdom. It's like setting your GPS before the road twists. Take Maria, a florist. She started this habit in 2024. One morning she prayed about a big order and felt prompted to double-check inventory. Good thing, she'd oversold roses and fixed it in time. That quiet start shifts your whole day. Gratitude journaling. Grab a notebook and jot down moments God came through. Maybe a client paid early or a hunch saved you from a bad hire. Write it out. Thank you for that nudge yesterday. It's not fluff, it rewires your brain. Studies show gratitude boosts resilience, and for believers, it's a faith booster too. Think of Sam, a barber. He logged how prayer led to a viral TikTok post that packed his shop. Flipping through those pages reminded him he's not alone. Try it nightly. 5 lines, no pressure. It's peace on paper. Mindfulness and meditation. Midday, when stress spikes, pause. Find a quiet spot, your car, a park bench. Breathe slow, pray soft. God, clear my head, show me the way. Let thoughts settle. It's not woo-woo, it's focus. For believers, it's opening the door to inspiration. Take Leah, a caterer. Overwhelmed by a wedding gig, she meditated in her kitchen. Mid-breath, she pictured a menu tweak that wowed the bride. That stillness sparked gold. Aim for 10 minutes, phone off, heart on. It's a reset that invites answers. These habits aren't chores, they're lifelines. Start with 1, like morning prayer, and build. They fit individual, busy mom, CEO, side hustler. The payoff, calm in the storm. Picture Tony, a trucker. Daily reflection kept him sane when fuel costs soared. One day, prayer nudged him to reroute, save $200 in tolls. Small steps, big wins. Consistency's key. Miss a day? No guilt, just jump back in. Over weeks, you'll feel it. A deeper trust, sharper instincts. It's not about perfection, it's about presence. In business, where chaos reigns, these practices tether you to peace and to God's quiet, steady voice. Business is a battlefield. Deception, setbacks, and uncertainty lurk at every turn. But you don't have to face it alone. Turning to God for guidance isn't a cop-out, it's a power move. It's strength when you're weak, clarity when you're lost, and protection when the wolves circle. This journey of faith isn't about escaping challenges, it's about thriving through them. Prayer, discernment, community, these aren't abstract ideas. They're tools that work. Remember Rachel, pivoting her bakery with prayer cookies? Or Carlos, rebuilding after a fire with divine timing? These aren't flukes, they're faith in action. In 2024, 62% of U.S. entrepreneurs said spirituality helps them cope, per a Pew study. Why? Because it delivers peace no paycheck can match. Deception's real, scammers prey on the distracted, competitors play dirty. But divine guidance is your shield. It's that gut check before a bad deal. That idea that turns a loss into a win. Think of Lisa dodging a fake gig with a timely prayer. Faith doesn't just protect, it propels. It's the edge that keeps you honest, steady, and bold. Building this takes daily grit. Start your mornings with reflection, journal your wins, meditate when the heat's on. Surround yourself with a crew that prays and fights for you. It's not a formula, it's a lifeline. Over time you'll see it. Fewer missteps, more breakthroughs. Like Mike's landscaping comeback or Emily's jewelry boom, your story can shift too. This isn't about religion for show. It's raw, real, and personal. You don't need to be perfect, just open. Ask God, guide me and watch. Answers come quiet, a hunch, a friend's tip, a sudden calm. In a world obsessed with hustle, faith offers rest. It's not weakness, it's wisdom. So as you chase your business dreams, whether it's a side gig or $1 million vision, lean in. Faith isn't just a safety net, it's a springboard. It guards your heart, sharpens your mind, and fuels your fire. In the chaos of commerce, that's your anchor, a divine ally who's got your back. Step into it and let your journey shine. After watching, remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and comment on the video. I have many good videos to share. Learn to give, and God will give peace to you and your family.